By now, you've heard the sad news that Professor C K Prahalad passed away on Friday, April 16th at the Scripps Green Hospital in La Jolla, succumbing to a respiratory infection. His family was with him for the time he spent in hospital and at the very end. Condolence messages and expressions of shock have been coming in from his friends and admirers around the globe, from within the TiE ecosystem and elsewhere. The India Abroad newspaper received today has 7 pages devoted to him. So in India, people have felt the loss and have covered it extensively. The Indian Prime Minister called Mrs. Gayatri Prahalad to express his condolences. Memorial services will be held here in San Diego, in Silicon Valley, as well as in New Delhi, Mumbai, and Ahmedabad. In the Indian customs, religious customs, the marking of the 13th day after anybody's passing is a significant day, and tomorrow is the 13th day. We will put out word on the memorial service when it's held here in San Diego. His passing is indeed very difficult to comprehend, given that a month ago CK was in the very front row of this audience, of an audience like this, at our March 17th event, asking questions of Professor Marshall Goldsmith, our keynote speaker that day. This photograph is from that day, before the talk. Marshall was talking about his new book. It was wonderful to see the two of them in deep conversation on the sidelines, and I took a picture of them. Just a week before his passing, he was working on his Harvard Business Review article with his daughter Deepa and reading his email and responding to the email. A few weeks ago, he helped us to confirm the attendance of the US Federal CTO, Mr. Anish Chopra, as the keynote speaker for our 10th anniversary event in June. The flyers you see on the table. We had the pleasure of hearing him speak at our November Charter member event, where he encouraged one of our entrepreneur members to think bigger for his venture. And at the keynote speech that he gave here in October to a sellout crowd on the new age of innovation, the entrepreneur's dream. A video record of that event is available in our archives. Chapters around the globe are now requesting access to that particular record, that video, because they were waiting for him to be in his busy schedule to come talk to them. The Economist put out an article a few days ago on him called, and I copied it, called The Guru at the Bottom of the Pyramid. Some of you may know that he wrote a book a few years ago called The Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid. They said his passing had deprived the world of a great management thinker. They called him the most creative management thinker of his generation, revolutionizing thinking on business strategy and economic development, and making a significant contribution to the subject of innovation. To quote them, his admirers were legion, including the bosses of some of the world's biggest companies, heads of NGOs, and founders of scrappy startups, like the members we have. He shifted the focus of strategic thinking dramatically. In TiE, we were blessed to have the benefit of CK's intellect and passion and willingness to engage to help the collective cause. He was the author of The House of TiE, a paper he wrote 10 years ago, and the chief mentor, visionary, and believer in the power of entrepreneurship. Here in San Diego, we were especially lucky to have him here amongst us as a guide and a good friend, one who just happened to be a world-renowned management icon in great demand by captains of industry and governments. He will be greatly missed. Please stand with me for a minute in honor of our friend and teacher, Professor Prahalad. Thank you.